Today, na the 17th day of August 2022. 1 week ago, Kata bin dey na salon. Run, riots, end to insurrection, and so the government call am. Government call am insurrection. But Salon Police, through the Internal Affairs Ministry, want make we know say that day they arrest pikin them. Or pikin them then in custody. Up to 24 pikin them. Na in Salon Police arrest. Or na in Salon Police then custody. When last you go salon? And they say the age na between 12 to 17 years. Ahmed and Sumana, thank you for the stars. But when last you go salon though? Wetin na be when you be dey grow up, I been talek with pikin them. I been talek. Let's forget about run term. Let's forget about, because if we want to talk, even the term for the tanker explosion, pikin them lost their life day back. How you don't turn out for pikin them at salon? Where they say, hey, I they see pikin them na street, I they see them. Let me get ask you, say, when last you go salon? Well, if you don't say, watch exploit Tripoli. We're gonna busy areas them. Let's see pikin them. Then I hold up na traffic. Pikin go can knock you car na salon. They knock you car. They beg you, they make the sign like say they want eat. They knock the car, make sure that they make the sign say they want eat. How are we taking care of our kids in Sierra Leone? Do we have community responsibility anymore? Or all man for your own? Because you go to market, the nylon bag, the other half of tray markets them, mostly na picking them, na then they do am. Because I see on the side of the government and they say, oh, then give the picking them placard for go, then put picking them before, now picking and then push. With the way we meet Tripoli, they see how picking and they now. And then they deny the government, say no to people and give the picking them or put them before. But people are not even need for call the picking them, then go candy. You don't go na ferry? Thank you, Martha, for reminding me for that one day. Adam Akajwe, thank you for the stars, man. You don't go na ferry for take the ferry? You don't see picking in there? When I think it was 2020, where we go Moyamba Junction. If you see picking the yanda, get the market for sale. So not even they sell market, then just they can hang around at the park. Moyamba Junction. Go to any parking ground. Let you see picking them there. Do you know there are kids where they sleep on market table? You know that? You know say pikin and they sleep na market table? Eh? Yes. They have street kids. Go Don Bosco. Then they help. And we want for telling thank you for that. But they're not going able for help all the street speaking them. We don't share a network. We've done that. We don't go na streets. Na nets. Nets na streets. We're going to have these small picking where they sleep na market table. You know, see that video they hit? We blood them faces. It's on our channel. Eh? Picking and they're all over right now na Freetown. All over. You don't go on a beach, let they come out of it now the restaurant or waiting. You they meet speaking and team up, they beg. Eh? You don't go there. You think say the rain way they can right now, picking and not did they? You go on for us say, what's in the Ministry of Social Welfare? What's in them they do? Eh? Sulaiman Mansaye, you look the vex, you say don't send plenty messages there. And you see the lot of messages, eh? Not vex so. But not to all we go read. Eh? If you dey concur, it go still there. Bernard he say some of the picking them, now then they take care of them parents them. Eh? Internal affairs now, they can't tell say police, all picking them, then they look for the parents them. I go play the video let you see. But the Ministry of Social Welfare, even the internal affairs, they want to tell me say without this run force, they don't know say picking a pass mark na treat. I remember when the free education be start, then say oh then go all picking them, yes, then do 1 10 2 10. You all water? No. In all water. In all water. Because right now the name are streets day. Eh? And then are streets. Hey. If we're not able for take care of the pikin now, whose kind of a generation we want tomorrow? The pikin away there now. Whose kind we want tomorrow? Eh? Okay, Sulaiman, I see you. Whose kind? Where we want? Because the way it is, the way things they happen right now, some of the people that we be done interview, na street, na net, na Freetown. So man say na way they want beater, na you run away. For me run away na street they sleep. Who side them pull na the provinces. I don't know if we can try for formalize. Eh? I don't know. If we go try for get a system, even if you want go take picking for men for counter, you for go through a process. I like na you fumble. I like na you fumble. You for go through a process. Then for sister you get sai for some man then a tongue he get table na market he get pass 4 picky way the men. 4 picking way the men. What's it they go take them can for? Hey. Now forget the market for go sell. Most people where they go take people picking there, say then they count them for men. Na market. 90% of the people that will go chase you in certain hold up, na picking them. Na picking them go chase you. Because for the nylon bag yon, na market, then they don't take and say na picking the work that one day. Nylon bag na market. Na picking the yon work. Eh? You go take people picking because okay, then say then they struggle, and say where you go, let them go menu. The men all now for sending a market. Don't send in a table. You say, well, we don't make this, you go pass. Yeah, you go pass. If we are not ready for take care of Pikide, what will they begin in Canada this world? Eh? No, seriously. I don't know. But if you get opportunity for go salon, I beg pay attention. Pay attention. Because you go see a lot of picking them. Eh? Mabiti saying wish we can stop this men picking business. But I say triple until we put people away know what thing they do. And people will qualify in that field. Until then, we go able to solve this problem. Then they take picking them from village, cow then for waiting. Mustafa Kone, child labor. Say then they use the picking like money making machine. Omar say this bad. Bintu Sama, thank you for the stars. Okay. If we're not able to take care of the beginning now, what in the next generation go look like? He go, sorry. And so Martha say. John Abu they ask, okay, what them pick own they talk, so where them family them? I don't know. You go take people picking. They need for introduce a proper system for go take picking for men. They need for introduce a proper system. And if we go through the process, if first of all, some man a one room he gets 7 picking. Some man a one room he gets 7. So before you go take people picking first, then for can watch. See if you go outside, they can begin that picking day. So let me say the last protest making cry for in country. In the pray make everything go back to normal. All in the name of get market for sale. Most of them picking in there. Most, and now they say all. Most of the picking away in our streets. And then pikin they can go bring cam. Where they want correct them, they not agree, then jump at it. Now the Internal Affairs Ministry they say and they look for the parents them. Can they say the pikin and they no register? So now the problem that one day. With the big one itself will not get ID. And the pikin He said some man they go apply and he said they can't put it in school. But the school all and for sell market cotton. Okay, let we listen, yeah. Let we go na Internal Affairs Ministry. Let we listen how they be tell we. But them pikin within an custody. How them be tell we. Let we join Internal Affairs Ministry. Let us listen them, yeah?
In the safe custody of the FSU, and then to work out a mechanism of reuniting them with their parents. Our government acknowledges and respects the fundamental rights of persons, particularly children. I wish to inform that their rights have been guaranteed and wish to further assure that such rights will continue to be guaranteed while in the safe custody of the FSU, Family Support Unit. As a means of demonstrating such commitment, the ministry contacted and then invited the relative ministries and agencies that deal with children to partner with the FSU so that they could be adequately taken care of as prescribed by law and other conventions and protocols dealing with children. Further to the foregoing, the FSU team has diligently compiled a list containing the personal details of each. As earlier stated, our ultimate objective is the reunification of the children with their families. Therefore, family members should have no fear coming forward to identify their children or wards. Your safety is guaranteed. That is the more reason why we resolved to have the Ministries of Social Welfare and Gender and Children's Affairs to take the lead in contacting and identifying the parents. Let me further inform the media that the doors of the ministry and the Sierra Leone Police are always open to clarify issues regarding the children in the safe custody of the FSU. Therefore, take advantage of this opportunity to balance your stories. Without much ado, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, let me now invite the Ministry of Social Welfare, who are the professionals in handling issues regarding juvenile offenders, to talk us through the rest of the processes and procedures involved in handling issues of juvenile offenders. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Internal Affairs, for throwing light on this matter. And rightly mentioned, I'm representing the Ministry of Social Welfare. So this incident came to our attention, and we've gone ahead to work with our partners to ensure the safety and welfare of these children. As you are fully aware, the role of the Ministry of Social Welfare is to safeguard, the welfare of all people in this country, including children. We already have the data of the children. We have 24 children who are currently in custody. 24 children who are already in custody. Age range between 12 and 17. So as the Minister has rightly mentioned, we're working very, very closely to ensure their safety and welfare. So the process is definitely going on. We have collected information regarding their parents and caregivers. We are going to complete thorough assessments of these children to ensure that their ages match with who they are. We have to be very, very sure. You are fully aware of the incident that happened. And then we also spoke to our partners, including UNICEF, Defense for Children International, Don Bosco, and they were working with their school and remand home to ensure that the children who are supposed to go to the right places do go there. But as the minister has rightly showed you, we have qualified social workers who will be assessing the needs of these children to ensure that they are taken to the right location, safe spaces, and at the end of the day, we do trace their families and reunify them. Psychosocial support services are also going to be provided. And as I'm speaking, we've already secured some material items like clothing for the children from family focused movement. So we are currently collaborating with all of our partners to ensure that we comply with the Child Rights Act, which is our local law protecting children, and the Convention on the Rights of the Child, and all that instrument protecting children. So at this stage, that's where we are, where we continue to work with the Italian police to ensure that these children are released to us. And we have reassurance currently that are going to be released to us in batches to do the needful. Thank you for that. Yeah, my name is Anthony Connect, Compliance and Partnering Coordinator at Ministry of Social Welfare.
Anthony Connect?
Anthony Connect.
Well, Nyanda will go left them. We go left the under. Eh? We go try for upload the entire video on Sierra Network. Yeah? Our Facebook page, we go upload the entire video. But because we don't start late today, we go left Nyanda. But I don't know if you pick anything by the press conference from the Internal Affairs Minister to the person where they represent social welfare. You pick anything where they talk. From the Internal Affairs side, he said the FSU. FSU means Family Support Unit. Family Support Unit. Then they call for the parents them. Make them go identify them picking them. I know say a lot of guardian, parent, then get for afraid for go. Even though they don't assure them say, let them go no more. Then get for afraid. Because then go feel say they go arrest them. Eh? And so then go feel. But the Ansukone for social welfare, they are see the talk. I want beg them. Make them go any side where them put loud music. Yeah? Let them just go down one junction, then put loud music there. And like na net, let them go put loud music there. Honeybee, thank you for the stars. Let them see who that them first they reach the and who that them last go come out the. These are from social welfare. When I just go to one junction, when I put loud music. Eh? When I put loud music no more, at 10 o'clock night or 11 o'clock night. Una just go put loud music and una wait Uda them first go reach yanda. Eh? Uda them first go reach there. Now picking there. And then the last go come on the back. I don't know if una get an option. The beginning they say na between 12 to 17 years. Some as little as 8. You dey see them at it. Yes, na free tongue. You dey see them at it. So I believe say them be careful now also. Then sabi side and do. I don't know if option no dey for make them go show on outside then they una carry them go. That's if the parents are not come forward. Because in the matter where them pick here they now na the custody so and the knife now the possible born picking to go. Eh? Huh. But some people they say me now trouble you want give me they go yonder. Now they left. It's up there one day where they get there, you don't the hamburger na host and tell the other men I don't gains. And me they go there. Me we know it's another gink. Na me send an atgit. Na they left. Eh? Must this say Inge for F1 picking about 9 years of age for 5-gallon water? Eh? I see Salman. Also, you see that you get one bobo day by small picking by Campbell Street. When she meet you, they say like pray for you. Salman, I don't know if na that area they meet up that body. Or maybe na other posse you meet up. But you get that body. I saw you hustle. Maybe he's around 9, 10. I see meet you so uncle. Uncle, I say la pray for you. Eh? Now you hustle la one day. But I want just tell social welfare say there are a lot of kids out there in the streets. Picking and they where they sleep na market table. Salman say yes. I think while we're talking about the same person, the same bobo, if na that Campbell Street area dey. Eh? Mama contest say Renate herself saying don't meet the bobo. That how they pray for person. And I also loud day. Yeah, that tell me, I think I was on the phone. I sit inside the car, no one can do. I can knock. Uncle Baker pray for you. I just get what I get forget. I see continue for move. Eh? The general public don't they ask the police how much people are more than in custody? 30 days they no answer. How the parents now go come and claim them beginning? Because right now the country all man are suspect. The parents them, me I want believe say then they afraid for go claim them beginning. The reason we make the government they ask for the beginning, ask the parents for come and claim the beginning. Now because it go be burden to the government, says Mohammed Conte. Usman Rich Boy, when we open the phone line, we see the number that they school. WhatsApp the song to any of their numbers, then they send on a messenger. We can't download them or do anything with them. Must this say maybe the need for involve some NGOs? Well, then talk about approved school and talk about Don Bosco. Eh? And later say take on a market so underage picking and they sell. Yep. Any markets at all. We know that. We don't establish that in there. Kolwata, nylon bag. Eh? You name it. Then see the way they tote picking. I don't see them give picking watermelon them for tote. Eh? I think that they are buy waiting not to 3 for lighting no more. Waiting the picking tote. Most of the people where they go take people picking them for bringing them a tongue. Now if I can give the market, that ain't true. I don't say all, but I say most of. Now make me they ask that we get regulation for men picking business. Pa men pikin business. Was in there, I say, what them pikin are they host, they were supposed to look after them. And what's make na the pikin no more way they in custody, then say 24. Uzana to the ask all man they sell, well, who do they buy now? Men pikin forget regulation. Alek na you fumble. We should have a system where they cater for them. You go there, you go sign paper. In fact, before they sign paper for them, for look side they can put the pikin. The income. So mind they go take people pikin. You don't get first 5 way put in a house, you know able to feed them better, they add more. Eh? Even when you go to beach. Then beach by them. You go see them they dance with the big one them. Hi. Where is social welfare? You know you they talk gist now, John. So the one them where they na the custody now. Like I said, just now will start. You know, say the tanker explosion, boku pikin that day. You been see the video, you see pikin away, then they won't go there, then take Alexander happiness, then they gladdy. Hey, logo take. I say go put music now na any junction. Any junction. You go put music I like na 11 o'clock net. See the one where they can pack the. I'm picking there. Eh? Claude said people. You know, say some people are not like for take care of them beginning. So now the best way is for just abandon them. Eh? Bye law. Good night. Hi. But we need for fix this though. I feel say this is even bigger than this one where then they make like say, oh, the pikin and go join pan riot and this and that. Anything the pikin and go can they. You don't get business now, you host. Who that they can't book where they can't team up na the gates. Not to pikin eh? Come on. I don't know if them people there know they see. Eh? You don't get business now, you host. Or you don't go married. You don't go by event. The pikine na the gates. Now then they can't pack the. But some man go begin to get them. Una come on here. Una go, una come out. Una give people a road. Eh? Or you not see that one day it's na news to you. Like how we the adults and they say, "Mon na yard." Now so the picking them back, except they cry say he hard. But how do we fix this though? Now, sometimes them be say they don't understand, they don't know. But I feel say they don't get an understanding now. Now they don't know say. But anyway, then they send out our people and send the picking there. Eh? Now make me be the up say let able for understand how picking and don't they suffer right now. Them boku they sleep na market table. Then na market table. Now they sleep. Eh? And not to say now. Why they talk like say, they talk now saying this administration. No. It's an ongoing problem now in country. But instead of it get better, it gets worse. It gets worse. The man from social welfare, they say, oh, we get with Child Welfare Act. Mr. Kone, Ansu Kone, Child Welfare Act. Usai. Salon. How? I they work. I they work, now I mean, understand. That Child Welfare Act to the talk. Pikin go small so then they get 5 gallon water for go tote. Pikin is small and they get everything for go sell. Even the packet water, he get weight. Then they get make big katagi pikin for jumping at tickets for go sell. So when they say the Child Welfare Act, I don't know if the act, the act way they talk, if you cover always tell the name so for you. Then they go take people pikin and say that they can't put in school. When and then they end up sleeping on my kid's table. If you know able men, you know able carry and go back kusai pulamu, let go left and day. Eh? Alright, now bring in Cam Alpha. Let we hear you. Waiting in get for. Welcome on board, Alpha. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chipotle. I want to say big good evening, good morning. I see so many people they tell you good morning, but not believe they understand what to make them say good
I know,
morning.
right?
Yeah, first of all, Chipotle, I want to say a big kudos to the Internal Affairs Office and except to the police then for accept say they give you that number of picking and they will then get now in custody. When this year come out, when I look at the news, first of all, many people go they think that for blame. With them picking in a street or then kind of they picking in a street, so then at the cross. So it's everybody getting also for blame. Maybe not the parents them, dancing then day. But again, I just want to highlight few things and then I will go to me conclusion here. First of all, if picking come more bad, I not feel saying a one responsibility or a one factor responsible. Yeah, in development, we get what to call agents of socialization. Then factor the then are the responsible. I'll just name them few and then I talk on the government aspect. The agents of socialization, they include family, them peers, them when they get that, them party them. The religion, whose religion then the governments, the media, like now social media don't they. In those days, you ask the question, who may they come up? Social media no me they. Yeah. I could remember one amigo, but he don't die now. Where if you curse, so the past they go school, if you mistake, use the F word, anything, and they call you, if they beat you, they say go tell your mama. Where you go, if you not tell your mama, and they call your mama back, you tell her, then they add more punishment for you. But people they then they end up with like it today. So another thing way again very important, the kind of work the way they picking and they do. They only in a factor where they help for well they picking them also. The ethnic background, some people believe say they send girl picking at school. Where you send girl picking way better now a man in your own people and I they get the bet gently too. So all them thing then they another thing again, the club and the social group them where them picking and they go interact or when they go join. Now that factor we responsible for making them become more bad. And then the last one I will make mention, of course, the school. When you look at standard school, you look at their other school, them you see the difference. Yeah. So let's go back to what happened na Sierra Leone Day, Tripoli on this August. Yeah. The first of all, the government, like I can always say, get the lion's share of responsibility. Now the same salon we see the vice president, the minister, and then they call people like una come out, una go about your normal business. Things are not okay. Knowing fully them they in fact increase security the more. So people them some money picking they go sell, some money picking they don't send them for go do one or two things. Then if this riot happen, you see this now the two women they say. The vice president, the minister, and they call people to go about their normal business. And we say when something happen, police not the pick. Then they collect everybody. Whether na pass you, they pass safe. Whether then they collect everybody. So say then they pull the name. You say me and not me. Then this or that. You might don't spend 2-3 days, or if not possible weeks na sell. Yeah, now they go call and custody, but na sell. Yeah. So for me, the government gets a lion's share na here. So if Pekin and they, and first of all, they need for treat them like a Pekin. I not get more detail on how then they treat the Pekin them outside and hold them right now, but they need for treat them like a Pekin. They need for know more about them. They want the way they go lessons. They want the way let them get the details and try for freedom here. And if possible, let them able to get some counseling for them, because if some people will not want they go to detention center, go there, that's in they get psychological effects for them, even if they go school. So the government gets a lion's share for Dunaya. No matter what we turn on, this is not politics. I can tell people, because governments now, then you say after God now government. So what did they happen? The government get the lion's share of the responsibility. So for me, not only for job, we let them free the picking them, but they need for see the welfare. They need for ensure say, other forget counseling, other need, a lot of things them back for make them able for go and, go back now in communities them. So man will know the torture where them TR gets to them picking and day. You know will know until you go through them TR, because they all you, sometimes your mama na send you, sometimes your papa send you, sometimes if now other side you they go. Then just come, then collect all man, collect you, they not care. At the end of the day, that's in it, they go a long, long way. Let's assume they go put them picking in a Pademba Road on a CID place here. That's in it, the left, a lasting torture that them picking in them brain, because small as they are, they don't go put them inside and they. That's in the way the riot me hot. Nobody know you tell me say they begin pick, they know you not picking go yonder. Would they go put you in a picking place? No. That's in the way the thing happen. I know say then they get at all. Everybody will in the cage. Now one side then they go put you now all, after which then they begin differentiate them. And that's the problem, AAA. Because we not get system in place. Because if system is in place, when they don't know say this na picking is underage, there is no need to go and go now, let's say na big outside you they put adults. Yeah, people who don't pass 18 the detention. You separate them immediately. The young care or the young punishment when they go through, that's if they're guilty, it should be different from waiting the adult they go through. In fact, an officer a right say for charge picking when they under 18 as Sierra Leone is part of the law. So for me, the police, like I say, and the government get for do more, therefore try for reintegrate them picking and they back that in communities them. No matter how they look at them, no matter waiting at the thing, therefore do everything possible. Some of them then therefore encourage, like I said, they need for go back to them parents, them, give the parent them two certain encouraging words, because some parents right now they're on that serious trauma. They know they talk to them picking their heart, then thing and we sabi how Salon police they behave sometimes. More especially where it gets linked to the politics within Sierra Leone right now. So me they call on the government and they beg the government, let them treat them picking and they are our futures, and we really, really need for invest in them. You see, the governments don't bring free quality education. Yes, they need for make sure say them picking and if they want the way they go school, in fact the government use them as a project self. Support them picking and they back. Use one forget school material, let them go school. Where school open immediately. Let them make sure say them follow up them picking and they. Then not just don't go left them to them parents them. Then the psychological impact and it affects them picking and they. They believe then thing and they qualify. In fact, they make picking attitude change totally. You don't go put picking a cell. Trust me, where they come out now, it's a different mentality. I'm telling you, AAA, me I don't experience them. One of we far away famble. Then put it picking a cell. Oh my goodness. The bobo come on school, attending a school, and then they get a riot the Albert Academy, Rokel. The bobo come on school, they go. Police come. The bobo no know nothing, AAA, then go put an a cell. That bobo they up till today, every other time they talk to them, because a mindset don't go change totally, So we really, really get for put system in place. The government need for put system in place. If you get juvenile waiting for do time, how for treat time? They treat time like for saying an adult. Because some of them, even if they say them send them. Some of them can make positive decision on their own. Yeah, so the government get a lot for play. Again, like I say, the agents of socialization, the one I don't call, it's very, very clear for saying them they affect picking them. For let them come out fine or let them come out bad. So not only the picking them, they come out bad for themselves. Now either one of them here, now they mislead them. Either their family, either them peers them, they can't party the way they keep. Of course, the parents, of course, get a lot of goal for do. You picking in party, you for Sabi, and you for Sabi, mama. If they go school, you for no school, dancing and the important. The kind music where then they listen, all the help for shape we picking them. But like when you ask the question, what me they happen then and now, na two different things. Right now, even if you meet Pekin, they do bad na treat right now na saloon. You correct that Pekin, you all say whatever. Now my mother or in papa, now they can't tie belt or tie lapa for can cost you, for can challenge you. So we don't lost with custom, with tradition, then with traditional values them. It don't lost totally. Yeah? You see Pekin for great big oneself na problem now. Oh, talk we say na civilization. But a lot they follow we do as a nation, a lot they follow we do as government. Not only the government, the community self where the Pekin and defend themselves. Certain word and they will they use AAA. It not ask for no go na community where then they cost. You see say the Pekin all the cost. Go na community where control no day. Now so the Pekin and they follow back. So that's just the same thing. If we not get control in all of the agents of socialization, I don't talk mention this no. Trust me, we will continue to get bad society, bad country, and as a whole, the country no will ever be stable because from the family now this thing they start. Some family where you go for course na teladu, some family, na social conflict. Mama and papa not get peace na us. At the end of the day, it affect the picking themselves. Outside that they transfer na the community first. From the community, it begins spread. Now make you see you get all kinds of way they happen now. Now make I say again, the government get a lot of rule for do. Yeah, for me, again, the other thing I will end up with AAA, the education system really need for transform. We education system not only for produce people and when they go read the rights. We need for produce people and we seriously learn trade. Where they go able for sustain themselves because not all man go university, but we therefore get a diverse in education system. I think that's me get for say this particular one part show. Thank you very seriously.
Thank you very much, Alpha. Let's make a bring us friend. Make way you waiting and get for me. Welcome on board, this friend. You get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, AAA, for giving the platform. And thanks to all our listeners and viewers. Regarding this thing, we know see as every day they go to a different stage. But now we don't get them picking there. We don't become involved in this riot, so they don't hold. And then they don't hold in the capacity we even then get problem for keep them and maintain them. And there is also the issue of the outside world and bodies them we're responsible for welfare of picking them. And then even we ourselves body institution we're responsible for the picking and welfare in terms of children's affairs and all those areas. See they don't come and then talk so. But behind that, we know say other bodies and they will don't push them for do that. But being again all this issue they go on again, we have people go say well dialogue, well talk so well, then go say well this is our area of olive branch. But our olive branch you forget some way we they deliver them because we're not able to hold out to hand. So we have to extend it to something where if case you not reach, we'll get for pull them back. So this is what they happen now. We want to extend the olive branch, let the picking and get for go, but we extend them for say we get for secure how they hold and for give them out. That so they happen, I believe so. But you're looking here at the main reason when they call juvenile delinquency, when just waiting, they can see them young man, then when they go and cause either offense, when they do them all the time, because like habitual, like how you don't talk, so all is habitual. Would I go come on, would I make party, would I go last come out? You don't give them because this is an evidence-based presentation. The very action I tell you they see and they. So you give an example of one people one man see and they see. So this is something when habitual. You get people where they look vulnerable. You get people who become all the situation for certain reasons. But this one this juvenile delinquency wouldn't they do offense because of either they are below age. And once you remember you are below age, and especially when that age they below the stage where you go say, well, this stage now ordinary. It just did below where in the ordinary criminal prosecution where you will say this will allow put the law for whole line, possible. So because of that, so the next option Now for either put on aside where juveniles and they need correction. But because of who not get accommodation then they back, where they will say, well, we put them there. These are the time maybe we will even structure these children, then they will become better people who start already get in a camp. But because of those infrastructure no they look capable much for able to hold them and the one them who even there, the normal school, other things and the struggle, approve school and other schools that would they try to bring up young people. So that's how they lack a little bit. So they look now at the point say what's in government there for they look at these are learning curves. Anyone get for comeback institutions there. So anything like this get for be now for look to how you go able for revive this very juvenile years them at the country, which they lead them to this. Why you go able for address them, you get for go down to the core roots. And what is the core roots? You get for get people in the community. You get elders then they own the community. You get councillors. You get other people who have been elect. So now so the progression been there. We now get the progression. There is always a progression and ladder between the government institutions and down to the ordinary man. That's then we don't build them up. They say, okay, you get the councillor, you get this, you get so on and so. If you see actually a line, they see they come up. We don't get that cashier man where we call from Waterloo. If you don't show we been asking even some projects, I think they show you even when they come out, even within even the councillor, you get one councillor, you get to this. So they see all these things that they don't create them. But the communication gap is always not there for either infrastructure not there or information not there. When we're able to keep data, but say we don't look into the lives of people like look, we're able to do this. But you see the communication gap. People from down there will say, we come, we can't meet up in the middle. But here is a point where there is no way for let the points come at the middle, and the one they come up, they go down. So that gap, they say the ones that win are the victims are the young ones, because those on both sides now then they cry for camp. In fact, they are not even asking them most times to do anything. They see a show and they are on to it. Not to advertisement, you even need for anyone they day, not to have a WhatsApp. They are just in to steal the show. And then not to even hijack us most times, because when they say of hijacking, they get people who can go extreme. But you can get again few working go along and say go take stone and do that thing and then go drag that tire. But those are just assisted because of their behavior. So what even the driver point out here is more of looking at how government will able to look the route to them we use for them will reduce this issue of juvenile delinquency, waiting at the nature, where they bring them, waiting at the society, where they look at, because you look at from the age of 8 to 16. Now we pass 16, now not to juvenile. So when you get those when they don't come so that they fall inside this trap, so then they get this issue now with even the US, because the US I saw a press release not for this issue. Them get all this press them where they don't put reviving this in terms of law restrictions. They deal with this body in association with the UNICEF. And when you look again at UNICEF, then your page, now similar thing that they tell you about the segments and what they and waiting children and young people and they around the world. Because then they even say waiting inputs and from their own release UNICEF not to deal with this issue, but that was 2019. But some of the protests them were picking like involved. That's say the waves of protests around the world. It said they don't become like a reminder. We're not like a voice for picking them. And young one, what they call adolescents, for say they must get their own right for be protected, and they don't get their own right to be heard. That's not in UNICEF. They don't say no, they don't commit. They don't can't do this. Let me offend them. They look them based on the age. They look them on the area of the capacity for able transform messages and we will think and put on solid for say if we make plan, we plan. But when you see when I say this Peking, look at this clever, this like say Nigerians. This you see the differences in that IQ of picking them. But you know common for let them all for that level between the age of 8 to 16. When you do a kind of a data, we say that they're able for access and put message that they bring and then they change them for say when they make a plan. But rather than you go see the way they therefore just get and say read, you read. So just a person, and they can look and transform, say, well, now put this, now we secure the picking them. Let will not do this. Let will just find a way for correct. Let will find a way for less right to go there. Now that might be economic problem. But then no say the bottom line, all this now because of economic problem. If the economic problem can always there, you will say, well, no, why you picking I will just go, you people, why you go born people go picking them. But that is another issue where say, I will find a way. I will introduce family planning, or I will sensitize families them and know how the use of managing children or something. But if you just say throw everything, say, oh well, if boy left you picking, oh it's this, so because you not go at the bottom line for try to see how these are gonna be solved. It's actually a kind of a challenge, just like all this COVID come, it challenge all the government for so that be ready, you don't know ready, you don't do this. This is not a fine thing would they say that it challenge or something, but would they say when things happen, now a land in Congo will remind say that then things that will get for the tick. Long not just focus how they go investigate to all. Now that thing they will get for the set a committee, we an independent committee. And this independent committee, we don't know say now we call people and go they look at mortal man their behavior. Would they see how they advise the president if that one they study, would be like you say anthropology, would they know how mortal man their life they behave. And when you don't know how mortal man their life they behave, why this person they behave, when you they address them, it's very difficult. You will address them from looking at just the concept you see and say it's wrong, it is wrong. You know how to know what to lead that picking the take to that stage day of when you go there that same day. So when you know say either the society fail or not the type of family or not lack of understanding or not because of whatever reasons now with the background day. Now you the government therefore go down, you look and say like understand what will lead this picking. You see say actually some of them they get them because they go don't get advice from UNICEF, then go don't get advice from UNDP for development, then go don't get advice from other areas then because you get plenty of things then where they can look say now it can shift the context of the way them picking the act can look come on go join protest we not just like easy to follow group where they can call like extras. These are like what they call extras where they can get them movie and then film where they say we can't just be the count of numbers for like who present say like say in a street scene. So we not go just the extra or get the main actors. So this is what have always the children they become like extras in them protesters. They are more unconsciously and some of them consciously, but because of again the will of access is saying if I go there something can happen. Now so it will get for be. They enjoy it as a fun. Sometimes most of them you see them they become more excited jumping. You know when you see them with that vigilance look at them, then they come fearful, but you see them more like jumping and other things. So this is what you get for access. You can actually feel, as I say, way of that age now, instead of when I speak actually, from the age of 11, 12. But when you assess the person behavior, you look still, there is still need and room for maturity. Now, for that, the society, therefore, rescue and can look what they will do. We don't expect, say, government, therefore, do things perfect. We don't expect, say, let them go pull money and do this. We try to say, these are challenges that we then go look along while they set the independent body out for try to see how they will able to structure this. But let them try to a plan and then find a plan we will look more better and another approach. This is one of the approaches them. I read plenty people at the hall, I read the voice them, they want to assure them, say when I come, we not go arrest you now. I read the voice them, they all telephone, they ask them, all man not show the reasons, and then they try to show the reason why they cost them now for let not go keep them, they not want for hold them there, and then they try for no say back, rightful. But now because of rightful, and there you bring now the answer for say, well, you got to think of professionalism. They will talk again say, well, if you're not being hold them, so that noise not before don't calm down that idea, but you go for assess as a professor will say, are they at a risk of that point they wouldn't do the whole this and will escalate a problem, or are therefore find a way for disperse them, ignore them, and just try for conceal. So the police and back therefore think about how they therefore they go when they go down for that and calm down protest for say, we therefore understanding that all come down to human understanding, human behavior, that psychology. We go understand, see that anything that because that they use for know about crime. We what they even do. I call it say the law. Now they tell them they try for help people understand. Then they bring we want to do law. We they ask you, you go for do one religious subject. Either you do IRK or you do Bible studies or whatever I call them, Islamic studies. But you get for include them because they want to let you know how much Allah they behave. That then one day I remember in those days when they say want to go do government or law. These are the things that we get for add up there. Why? Because then they try for to know whether a mortal man. They try to know where you go relate. You see people like it's done a public forum, they go begin the quotes, then go pull them verses there. But sometimes you see them they extract verses there no more from the things there who will only keep them on the going, not to think when for the general public, we then go able to understand say, well, if you there don't work, that's what you get for be for the public. But he always they tell you say, well, they tell you say, let you read, or then prophesy to the prophet Ikra. Now education is this, but when you go further again, then go tell you some vibes and say, what is your responsibility to the nation where you serve? What is your responsibility as a leader where you go able to help the children in the streets? And what are your responsibility for the institutions that are responsible? But then looking from a juvenile delinquency, when I go the beginning and the behave, and they're not able to hold them any justice or anything or any offense with them will charge them, let them just try for help picking them for the future, where they go their place, where they look vulnerable, that they're easy to be captured. That's why they always categorize them. So they're not easy, they're very easy. Anything able hold them on a bad thing, on a good thing. So they go to dance music, then we'll go. First, then we'll go. That's what it is. Thank you very much. Let go help leaders. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usfriend.
Yeah.
We want to say thanks to Alpha and Usfriend for their own contribution today. Look out, Safi. Yes, Safi, get 3 minutes.
Oh, thank you, Tepo. The topic today is very touching because me now one person way the against of men picking. I get the experience. Even one bubble where they come close to me picking, he sing that music day. I go fend and tomorrow for last sing to you about almost a year or 2 years ago. Small bubble winner, I think 5 years where the bubble sing that music day for men picking day. First of all, one thing about men picking, people the way they go take them, people picking them, bring them, whether you sister, you mama, or you auntie picking. You get your own picking now, us. Whatever the condition be, whatever love you have, the love will not gonna be share the same with you picky way again and us and the picky way not somebody na give you. Being a victim, we say they talk to you so. I go na salon, I meet picking the naton, where my sister bring na me us. So this picking also, all man don't go to school in the morning. Some people then they listen to your program, they sabi me and they sabi the house, they know what they talk about. All man don't go to house, this picking, why sit on, why grab. And I asked my sister, I say, what did them two picking there then they do? What to make una not go to school today? And the picking say, I know they go school. I say, you know they go school, he say now. And I ask my sister, I said, what did them picking there they do now? What they know they go school? He say, well, mama, what been say tell her for making you waiting they call the money. Me, I not get money. I say you not get money, but you picking them they go school. All of you picking them they go school. Me mama, my sister, one that one mommy, I didn't tell you so. I say you picking them all them they go school. What in this picking they do now? I say what now for return to mama's from today. I vex, I go inside and get at the picking things there. Me mama call me inside. Then me mama so rest in peace. He said, Safi, he said now for left them picking there. If you able help, say now for help. If you then thought them picking there, then tell them go like you don't vex to today. He said the family waiting them they think they go say Safi don't come to America, he don't come pull all picking, they don't return them upline. And that what they touch me. I go inside cry. Why can I trip when I put them picking and in our school? Trip when that girl picking Masire is the most intelligent picking at school right now. Where go school now? They around 10 or 11 years old. Or 12. Because my be they go get water for me, they full up that container, that and I don't know whose age we been there. That picking the right now, they can't force, in school, now they for his sister back, Fatima. Itself they go school, then they do well. Now they don't go to high school. If I bring that up there to my sister, well, until I say made them go school, I say then just they finish high school, there's a be right their name there. This nothing way they affect most last in Africa or Nigeria back at the sea where people then they bring people the upland and they beat people picking there. My sister have been small, they're 5-10 years old, they're picking and hold on to the driver, they would have this and that. Why be small like they're 5-10 years old? It can't go in picking to men. I tell me sister, I say this you picking, I get for good die and there. No picking, it just the talk no more, no go sell, it no get sales. As soon as they can't go in picking, I say in picking they eat dirty, in belly swell when they bring call mommy. In belly swell, they say me the witch, me tell something no more, something happen. The lady say no, they can't go mommy. From that time, the family, you know, they give picking for men. If you they go take people picking at all, make sure, even if you don't get the love, they not get forget the same love because me a victim, you they talk to you, so they not get the same love. We say the men we the lead on a ground, the grand picking and the lead on a bed. When they ready, then they can down, they can peace. Then claim back, then dry one, then dross, then dry, then go lead on a money. Now we they beat, they say now we peace. I let you talk to tomorrow. Then they beat we take for go wash them pieces. Then the tea touch me. If I find that video there tomorrow, would that Bobo say, Mama, Papa, school don't come. If he call mother be and then he say, Mr. President, now for help the people, they go take the I they send them for you tomorrow for making this. I won't go able with it. So it's very important. It's very important. Thank you very much. Bring them program there. Let go there, Pia. Bye.
All right, thank you very much, Safi.
Yeah.
What you call one team? No worry, yeah? Will they call you back? Yes, caller, who would they talk to?
This Mr. Dabo from Texas.
Yes,
Fred,
Dabo, you get 3 minutes, you know, bad. You get 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, the topic I'm not much going into, but one thing I want to say, this not to something we done the be in our country, my dear. The idea of parents recklessly, carelessly, the same picking in our streets, this don't do it from day back. But you see, now some of the things in this way, I can say, shaka silly with whatever anybody can say doing in that country. The discipline it be taken number one. And salon in general, all this method of development and all the things that they put in place, if the etiquettes them are lost in the livelihood of them picking and day, believe me, not for be successful. Why you think even when leaders they can't put development in that country that they damage them? Because discipline not there. Here we are in the country, we are more focusing on the kids for their success. But the root causes of them not being successful, we have failed to address those issues. Parents are useless in that country. I'm sorry for this language, but I think that would be the best way to put it. So that way they probably go structure themselves. And they have excuses where most time where they can give where it not stand. And now you know the way me go do now, I mean one, the man not be. Wait till be make other marriage be there, you not super up with them. Or you papa where you left with that pikin, they sell on the market, they go cause trouble, or that thing and they. Wait till be make where you left as parents, you not so by yourself enough for structure them people and they. The man, responsibility of parents in order for them to take care of their kids. These are not the job of any government officials, neither NGOs the way they go to that country. It is a disgrace for a parent that came from a very good home, if some of them fortunate for be so. But that is the problem for whether welcome. And if you find out most of the people that where they face the problem they did last week, these are kids where they're born after the war. But trust me, my brother, me and you where we grew up in the 70s, I don't think say we meet up any of that. We don't meet them up. So this idea of complaining about kids being wayward and all of that, the parents, now they are the problems then. Now they are the problem. And also, we don't get any structure in the country in terms of law. What are the punishments where the picking they go face? or neither the government the way they don't come past present, where they structure really, the way whether people go really understand say that life, it is the way you treat it, and then you find yourself in a better place. These are not there. That is why I keep talking about this education. As much we are looking up to the higher standard of education, then we also have trade. You live in America now for so much years. You know those trade are the most way efficiency go dey in terms of job. Where ways they go dey idleness go come on a country. But these are the things where governments are missing. Because if there is a like 63 system where they count another country, these were methods where they bring in order for the idleness not even day. In order for let parents and not even suffer again. Because they look at the system, say, if we come, whereas where we won't sit A level, O level, all the exam the day, we be the struggle for far too long before they done school, we can't help to parents them. So therefore, the switch out 334, which was not equipped enough with the materials that were necessary. But because Kabak said the one money, I mean, it puts an order. The program fine, but they don't work out with the where the program come. They don't do the things the way it come. They were to keep for the even that from 3. If the carpentry it they do, if they learn from that from 3, or that it one be in the future, it goes start on SS3. So anything where it make, government they buy up on that money they buy and either they give parents them, now they keep up for economics. But every structure don't play. But my time is not that much. I will let you know, Naya, anytime maybe I will come back. But those are very important subjects we can count with. Because Salon is better one, it is not in the hands of any government. I keep telling people this. It is not in the hands of APC, neither SFPP. Anyone else you wait for that, you go die that you dream, then you don't go see a fulfillment of it. I'm telling you, the brother. So that's all.
Thank you very much, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yes, caller, who would we talk to?
Now you friend T-Guy.
Okay, T-Guy. Yes, sir.
Yes.
You get 3 minutes,
how you
sir.
do?
No bad.
Yes, sir. And thanks for everything what you do. As
Yes,
I
sir.
follow you every single day, I can get a job at least the topic that sensitive. So it's not I try for say on this topic today. The factors them really plenty we cause for maiden picking and then athletes all the time. If we want to be honest, I'm food in our tongue every year anyway, and we see all them picking, so we thinking happen at the tongue. Like the last caller, we did talk about this one we born in the 70s. All been doing thing and they, we're not been getting music, not treat, plan, not treat, picking and commodity can dance. Normally, people were born in the 70s towards the 80s, we're not been getting kind of thing and they. So the 21st century, at least, it don't change plenty things. Then we make the picking them, they come na do, come na treat, anytime they hear music. So now one thing on the way, I always for me, I go condemn some of them parents and they were actually left them picking and a treat for gonna treat for go listen to music and dance between 9, 10, 11 o'clock, as we said earlier, up to 10 o'clock. Like the 12 o'clock, then last will come out. You know, go ever see the parents come out for go look for him picking. Thirdly, some of them picking there too, some of them not even know them parents. They not even know who said them come out anymore. As the last caller be said, during the war, picking and the way them be left as orphans, with them mama and papa them be don't die. So in the sense, they not even know them parent them, So any side and meet out the night, now did them go pass them. Now morning they family forget them living. So for say everybody they point at the government. Yeah, the government has a responsibility to take care of the people then. But at times the government can full for do everything. For satisfy everybody. So, what I try for say AAA, if we all within the diaspora want for honest, who take politics aside sometimes, then we put Salon before. The factors that will lead to this since 1961, after they got earlier on to date, they're not actually structurize anything for make provision for them picking their with one who not been born itself, say the foreseeable future. It not been there. So for civil can implement them now. I'm telling you, bro, you gotta take 10, 20, 30 years, if we get a stable government and a peaceful country, maybe that could happen. But if we go ups and down like this, I'm telling you, we will always stay into this topic, into your network until we all die, the other one and come back tomorrow and continue with the same process. We need to be honest, we need for help and put hand together. If you can get anything you're able to do, down there, pen and picking put them at school. If you're able to get scholarship for one or two, give them scholarship. I mean, we within a year. Some of we they do one. You know, I even get a soccer team. Now, free Sunday. Well, at least for engaging, but they made another part other thing else. If we all in a diaspora, we left all we egos them. We say, okay, Lord put Mama Salon before. I believe, say, in the coming next 40, 100 years, we'll not even there. Maybe Salon will look better again.
All right.
And again, thank you for everything, AAA.
All right. Thank you, Tigger.
Yeah.
Call on what's
Yeah,
up?
AAA.
Yes, now you. What are we talk to?
Yeah. This, when you man, I'm Mosby.
Okay. You get carry on, sir. You get 3 minutes.
Sure. This subject, I just want to add on to it in the previous speakers. They don't talk about actually. Most of them don't talk about everything I've been tried for saying. But anyway, I feel say the government get responsibility. That's true. Yes, and probably the main responsibility I feel say the government for try for implement la Sierra Leone. Beside all these acts that we talk about, we need like a national awareness, like this education. Like what we talk about the other day, we need education about the youth man them, but all these other social problems that we would encounter in this country. You know, if we get that, because this issue about the picking them, the government get responsibility, but the community themselves are not feel. We don't normalize certain things, then we not cool. So if we always say yes, the government are this, I mean, like after they talk about counseling and all these kind of things, they pick out there also and go give them the best of counseling, then go give them all kind of things. But when they go back to the community, because of the attitude of the community, it's like a ground zero. You understand what I'm saying? So I think we need this national awareness. We need for teach ourselves. I mean, I mentioned before na the forum for me comments. AAA, I see this bubble, 9 years old. I just the guess, I think, because I don't know if he said no in real age. It carry 5 gallon water. It is struggle. But I not be a pastor, I go help him. I say, wait, now who said he go this water? He said he can go for somebody, not even in daddy or in not just somebody, some guy with live na the compound we want wash na morning. They ask the bubble for go get carry, you know. So yeah, we need national awareness. We need this thing is very, very touching. As I say to you right now, I just try for organize my own beginning birthday. I go all out for getting the best of opportunities. So man can see waiting the other picking and go through. Yeah, it really heartrending, I think. So the government get responsibility, but we self as a community, let me change our attitudes them. You know, let me change. I don't see like waiting that lady with the talk. I don't see Boku people and go take how many picking in our upline car with them. Then maybe then get only 1 or 2 picking. Then you go school. They don't go take all them picking they car with them. And then they do everything for their own picking. They only go school. Come on, it's at least I think the community self get responsibility. Yeah, but anyway, if I don't reach them, ask me on a contribution. I'm just make towards the program. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mosdi. Yes, Ezekiel, 3 minutes, sir.
Thank you so much, AAA. I will start with the Ministry of Social Welfare and Children or whatever affairs. The thing where they confuse me, you know, it seems like they're always okay for holding position here because things and they way they for do, you know, things and they way they for do, at least like what you say. When last them go on the street and, you know, some of the things the way they need for do, you don't need beaucoup money. Just send people them out here and go interview a few picking them and follow them who side and come out or who would that send them na street. You go and talk with them, the parents there. You know, you get information on them. They speak here. If you go take on a village, you know, want to take care of them, Now you need for take action. You need for go back with this speaking to the parents them, and if it necessary for let you follow up with social welfare team for let them go all the way na them place, not for do am. But they need to do them. They all sit down, you know. Pass away something happen now, then they go. Why the ministry day? Why the ministry day? Some things and the way not involve enough money at all. Some actions let you make sure say the one the way then go with them picky, let them do some action. Come on. All right. And then the other thing, I want law we know, we especially who they na let you law we know say boku thing they na way they happen until you follow the system or you fall inside the system, now you go know. The family wake out with me, we been get another boy where they adopt from Ethiopia. We na juvenile it fall under issues them we end up na juvenile prison. I go na that place there. Juvenile prison is full up with picking them, even in American area. And the one they back way they know about foster system, they know say picking them they na way government they try for connect them with family and make way they connect them with their family, then they make sure say then they support that family till them picking and they graduate from high school. But the same process issues that what they get under it they happen and then get system way then they follow on. If the system way they put under like the foster care system it no work, then picking and they go wayward, then they end up in a prison, way in a juvenile prison. We been get one, me I come under adoption program, the picking there we all been there at the center. One come na here. You know, it follow bad crowd. You know, the family wake up with her, end up in a juvenile. After we don't spend the 6 months, then deport her. So system then way they help, but when you fall off of it, after we they don't try over and over, you they end up in a juvenile prison. You know, but Sierra Leone issues. These are one law we pull out from the government, apart from the social welfare way they not they do them parts. They always talk poverty will continue not to just Sierra Leone in Africa, except we use all the minerals, all the resources we will need. It will continue for daily unless we structure with family system. I've been done talking the tell when they do Saturday programs. I've been talking about the young people therefore pick up ideas like this. If you get one woman, you get 5 picking there. You're not able to send all 5 of them to school. You grab back, you go marry another woman. You get 4 picking there. From back, you go marry another woman. By the time you know you get 5 women there, you don't get 20 to 30 picking there. They begin shape there to people there. If we not come to, when they come overseas and always, yonder, then get system in place. System begin with you. You get woman in a house, you get 5 picking there, you come out, you get 15 girlfriend there, you go and born. You feel how that go come with any prosperity per way. If we not get that self-realization for let you step back and say, put system in place. You know, you as the man, you say, I don't get 3 picking the lot, take care of them while force. You know, for let you see, say, make sure say they do well. The man waiting in our office, if they try to invest for, take care of only 3 picking there, maybe 2 picking there. How you feel say, you know, go continue for day on top. You get 5 picking there from there, you go married, and then you begin call people like, let's say one person do well for that family. They just imagine the other siblings the way they go hang for. Hence the pancake. Thank you so much, Triple A. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ezekiel. Yes, Omar from LA. You get 3 minutes.
You done?
Yeah.
All right, just leave it there. Triple A, thank you very much. We brought a lot of people and talk about this issue. Wait till me hit home. You know, me and men picking. I love me auntie women. Me, I love them to death. My daddy, me one the brother. But I tell you, just like what Ezekiel they say, I not believe in men business. I'm not vexed by my mama. I'm not vexed by my daddy. But even while they go free time, my small sister and then they can struggle. Then they go take picking them from me. I said, no, take them back. The one that we born them, let them go mend them. I did know. Let them take because they picking them the way you go take. If you not carry and go back, me, I need to help you again. Yes. I will tell you, say me, brother, 90% of them picking them, they always in cage when I check them. No, they way in my mother fit on. Now men picking them. I mean,
you been saying something earlier, I've been listening to you, which every society then get their own way. Where we all will grow up. You said it all. Look where until they come out or J or the label or any married. Picking and day. That's how we grew up. When they say married, then the next door neighbor thing. That's also picking they see. But then any small thing will happen. That's your not even on training, not part of how we own society program. Picking and they around, not to like you didn't say also the fridge self for left you do not open. You know. Hello? Yeah, you didn't inside your house, you didn't left the motor open. Africa, then they left the motor open, picking and they play around. So long not compare that, say, oh, no, I understand. Certain neighborhood day, where speaking grow up day, it is different, which is America too. I mean, law we just spend with just another color been just see that. A lot of time with the point to government with it. America now, how many times would they see organizations, them, group, people, them, football player, them, Magic Johnson, them, Michael, just not too long ago, Michael Jordan and the Air Jordan just donate about 100 million towards black colleges. You know, then they do stuff. Well, we all the time, our government, we said over there in the diaspora, where God don't help. We care about quoting another man say, look for one or two picking. Enough of bigger for be say now you family member. If you're gonna bomb market na net, you see them there. I don't talk this now. Go to that butcher market, where they buy salad ground. We don't do all that na net. You see them underage. They have been talking and I say, then and they na time bomb. Because when then and they grow with that mindset, mama no they game, papa no they when they turn 18, 19. Now the product to the seasonal street. Now the product to the season, they will kind of driver, them make us, them bad behavior, where they work all net now, so armed robbery. Now then they small and then they do sleep na Bombay market, salad ground, butcher market and all that. So Lord not blame too much on the government, but we get with people and freak on the wickedness where they did. You born you picking, just like what Ezekiel say. Africa man no believe say for born too much. Me your mother lost of may make flower wanted. After which second picking, I tell me what that don't forget tie the womb. Then mommy say, hey, me picking small picking, you now two picking and I say you demand the other one that will go for born. You go pay for men them. No, two is enough. That's all I will afford. Africa man one for born, they get that first we don't talk this now before. Born no more, you don't know how they can better you. Well, if you born, they never take care of them. Then you allow for let somebody else go mend them for you. And at that picking and they see the money, they sell na Bombay market. Now then they touch them 5 gallon, 5 o'clock in the morning. People are not afraid. They young picking and they need to do that to them. But the one where they get for men, now the one where they took that 5 gallon yellow rubber in the morning. You check all them picking and then a free tongue. I will tell you, say 80% of them now men picking them. Not to the young picking them with them born. Now the thing is, because you born now, you able to take care of her, you go give somebody else, even if now your brother and your sister, instead of teen tranga, now you they look for. The one that will not go school, not them. Now they not say they sell them plastic bag. Even this go after 2 months ago, I did it. Small picking and then they sell plastic bag, and then they sell everything. You look at them, you tell them, you go no say, this not in my mobile and say I can't do this. Then bring them picking and they for make money for them. It's sad. We self-supporting at the diaspora. Please, when law will stop for the point no more per government, let we self take initiative. Because the America has self, we they see picking the way they punish. You know how many picking and where they rape na foster home? You know how many picking and where jump 4, 5, 6, 7 foster home? We they need it all the time. So the program and they say whether they encourage normal parent them, take picking and then they pay you. Government they pay you. Now America, government they pay you for like men picking them. They get that big brother program. They all in America, so not to salon no more. But let we say start for the help and not just go for being relative. You see picking a neighborhood where you know say get potential, is smart, it's very cheap for educate picking a salon. America is expensive for educate picking. Trust me. $100. You make us $100 every 6 months for educate picking a salon. You go able to do them. Law we left the Bogu talk, let we self try for help. Then in the like how all they say now we feature them. Low left the Boku talk and Boku point finger, low self start for help. Because they see now. We show Boku people and group them, organization them. How do they do things for help inner city Pekin, especially the inner city Pekin, the United States. We got Boku Pekin, then Boku different programs. What they say, I don't know me, especially them drug addicts. What they just born the Pekin and left and hospital are all open for that. You born Pekin, you know one time before you go kill them or you go to left fire. We'll go find side for go put them. We'll go find somebody who will go pay. So now we self start that. But as far as that program, that culture say, Pekin and no, that we all do. When me small, I've been in a neighborhood then. When I say double are small, and then they went for sister for the fella. So not to for say na bad thing that, but now we begin the help because a lot of them Pekin now them Pekin them either do under them people and they die during the Ebola war or do under with them mama then send them come and the wickedness not finish this quick triple. The wickedness with them people that get when them Pekin come, made them another Kuto Road Market one day, everyone lady they holla for one small Pekin. They tell us say if this market's not done as seriously, it begin. I'm not missing that Pekin they even reach 5 years old. If they tell us if this market's not done, that means that Pekin they for go sell that market, the crew commit. Like say for go drag somebody say, do you buy this? Because if you not buy mama, me do more the men me say I not go sleep now. Find that number, my brother. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Omar.
Hello.
Yes, Omar from Minneapolis. You get 3 minutes.
Yes,
Sir.
sir. Thank you, sir. This man picking business here, I don't think na bad thing that they just get some few bad actors the way, we know to do well in this practice here. Because we say several days so today, I mean, we men and other people and also not we say we men, I don't experience but people the way the men and other places the way they end up for be there, the engineers the way now fit at the whole coriander. They're able to develop well, some then go now work on an apprenticeship, they learn them good one, they become good people there, take care of their family then, But you get bad actors the way me self the experience before to way not really care about other person picking, especially when I'm in picking. Me no want to we take this for this because it's how we culture this, Some of them men picking have been don't make we don't connect to each other family wise. And even other people that will not even know you, self, they don't take you. They don't do good, they don't connect with other family, they're really good. Wait till I think so for fair away. Because childhood in general that for 7 years. Now in the main time they land where people will develop. Even I SSF in the United States. Now I made another play with them preschool there and then kindergarten there. Because they want to grow up that development, prosperity, or the propensity for they be successful in life. Now then crucial time then. We need for fair way how then ages that they from 0 to 7 years out for training. The way they okay people did it, then a street that did this. Now because that thing they know the baseline not set up for let them grow up in the environment because the environment self the influence how you grow up too, For me back the doubt, waiting not happen with will societal responsibility we be there that country before. Where you be to say you own picking and me own picking. The other man picking and me own picking. If you see I'm pan bad, you can able straight in and say, hey, I know go like this me party in picking be that kind of way. The me own picking not be that way. That the societal responsibility then the way we all get for take up. What things are going to be better, we all not that going together. But some man go say, oh, this not me picking, they say the software they do this. No, I don't care about that. I'm me picking that, which is wrong because every picking, because when they grow up, they say one picking, they say picking in a village picking, One man not able to raise picking up, it takes a village. For like we able to raise that. That the phenomenon moving they try. Me no know what don't happy with that one. Where they see people and they go, then get into bad habit and now bad thing they will get involved into this one, and because we own societal responsibilities, the whole we get to they don't degrade. So I think so we'll get for fair ways. Like we then they say so low with the help individual and this that I think that organized way we need for fair. We were not the diaspora, some people are waiting overseas, and we able to come together and say, okay, Lord, organize this. Because for let you just go take responsibility for one family number this, and it can be a problem back sometimes because now help you to help that, but I'm not going to say and say I help you to help because they say this now that's what you need for to do now all the time. But if you organize, would they see the prosperity, the prospect they coming through within that organized group, how would they go year by year? How would they see the progress? There we said they know say, would they see some fruition into the program or the make? They go able to help other places and back. But for now, we're just going to more individually. See, when you do stuff in a group, it better. The burden, the lesson, people feel the pain, but not too much. But you angry for let just take up stuff, it very tough sometimes. Not to say you're not going to able to do them, but that group play a lesson, the burden. So thank you, sir.
All right, thank you very much, Umar.
You're welcome.
Yes,
Hello.
Martha, you get 3 minutes.
Okay. Good evening. This matter. Then Pikia would also within a custody. To me, the standard of living, I think, in the challenge more now with country because that 3 o'clock they would give coffee order the first day. Imagine some people we don't go to our street for go sell or go whatever message they send them, and maybe somebody they calbato, either all the way na pizza or up gone. How they come back like us? Put on all the transportation all day. Sometimes some of them begin and I make them fall victim, we then get for all them. But if the standard of living in our country, they affordable for the parents there or the one the way they men there, perhaps no get boku picking in a street like go get there. So look like me. Na street I sleep that day. Now God just help me. I be there me paddy us. Usa lodge they far. Usa coffee or meet me 3 o'clock. So imagine I not be there to somebody. Na street I be there. Sometimes I for don't be one of the people that for don't hold that day. We cannot know who side for go. So it don't come back to we government again, even though they say, we not for blame the government too much. Yes, it's true. But if you money car, you not get waiting for it. You don't know side for puller. Things then dear. Good bad. Water all side. Bad. The community. What did the poor picking and go do? Like when they talk and I post in the menu, or now you or myself the menu, mama not get nothing to forgive for the day. You go on the street. So it come back again to the government or the minister there or the honorables there. When they give them money they have for implement things that will go make the country run, make them implement it. When they use their money they have for take care of their own family, they can't keep the money in the outside countries there. Undercover, under other family name, then the country they suffer. So to me, it comes back again to the government, the way they manage the country. So now me on points down there for tonight. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Martha.
You're welcome.
Where be they talk about put music? I mean they talk about the time. The time. If you na pikin, we still in a street 10 o'clock na net, 11 o'clock na net, 12 midnight, to say them put music is still the day. Then whoever they take care of you, there's problem somewhere. Now that one there be they talk about. Why they talk of put music? Why they talk of married in a house when I get party till late hour? You know, invite speaking, not to picking business, but then they team up at the gate. The one them where they under good caring, they're not supposed to be in the house. That one then they're not supposed for them a neighbor house. They team up and get pan business when they not invite them. I hope you they get to it here. They try for say. It's differ from trade. Trade, who people they begin big gats. When you not invite me, man, I don't think say they can't remember you do much. Not so. But now, Pikin get for go fend for himself. Get for go fend. Say they go fend her. Everybody get part for play. The government get part for play. We self as an individual get part for play. Again, the men picking business should be regulated. And so me they say, system for the inside D. Now just squeeze this quick. Yes, sir. You get
Yes, sir.
carry on, sir. You get 3 minutes.
Yes, sir. Triple A, thank you very much for what you do. My name is Musa, and I live in the United States. Waiting me one for say Diana that for me I feel so bad because for you say picking them of the age we then call because I follow your program all the time, and thank you very much for your good work. You know, for the picking them, somebody talk two things will catch my attention because I didn't work, but I really come in and out, you know, listening to the program. One mama we explain but the experience later on talk about his sister, we go to picking them later on. The two picking they do very well when they decide for help them for go school. The other one we one man talk about don't remember again, but something about picking them way like why you go take picking now whether na upline or wherever they come and they're able to take good care of them. Me now I get 3 picking them where I adopt. And to be honest, I know you get what I do that one day. But like when I hear you but you when I come out, you feel really say like one man talk about then picking them go be traumatized. For the fact that they go there, we don't know the facility they're within us alone. But somebody will never gonna sell yet. Maybe I've been in a sell, I've been gonna sell. You know, they might like when they say the encounter and then later they put you in a cell. You see? So I remember say even like then juvenile place themselves, they don't get the facility for picking them. So talk less of somebody we picking for the first time. Then they go left in their mind say if program not for occupy that picking day. Then a recipe for gonna treat and go begin living life. Especially so if not to the picking not sabi mama and not sabi papa. Like like they orphan. You know. So I don't know if say a network and also wanna get other programs they wanna do. I don't know if una they think of getting a program wherein if somebody then the diaspora, you know, want for adopt Pekin and una kind of like be like an agent wherein I don't know if not orphanage or something where owner self can able for like help people there because now that only way then I think so go able for contribute for help some of them picking and they back on meander. Because then people and they like you see no more. Somebody will go na upline, go take one in family picking, like out and future, say the carry palm, but I forgot get a market. You know, and at the end of the day, what's the profit to the commodity at the end of the day? Now some of them beginning they can go up, they not sabi, they not go school, they not waiting safe, then left us, and then they can become menace in society. So I don't know. What make a call now that for say, do you if say a network go to think along that line be where in some of them are so biologically that one picking I get. But if you whatever I get, the one are 13 years old now. The last one are 10 years old in 11, now they sit NPSC. But I see the joy where are they able for head down there. But there's no structured way they were going for anything I send money now, like somebody will exploit me. You know, this need for bio, this not need for bio, and all that kind of thing. But if we get registered agency where we know say through this agency, you know, we know say they be also go be helped and they help they reach to them. I think to say it go help. But thank you so very much, Triple A, for what you do. And me really want for be partner in that kind of direction day. So for the thing that with the solar will help with country because to be honest, what's going to happen now? Government they talk about feeding at school. This generation, whose generation will come for reflect to waiting if they do now. You know they reflect. Colleges and the strike. People they don't get them work and all that kind of thing. So catch them when they are young, it's fine. But also if they start, 9 out of 10. Now my only contribution that one day, brother.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I think you make a valid point. We get reputable orphanages and a salon. We'll just try for maybe get one or two where we go partner with we go see what we go do on that part. Now we go empty the own program. We go there back tomorrow. All the best. We hope say them picking and the parents and go your reward. And if the parents and not come out, the picking and side and they I make them try for help them for reunite with them family them. But I hope say them talk to the picking them. If na bad us, so until the picking them back glad the self side and they right now. Well, let the system work. I for work. They say the Child Welfare Act day. I believe say it day for take care of the picking them. Let it take care of the picking them. We'll be back tomorrow. So till we meet again. Triple say tata.